Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test, this time with Moinul. Now, unfortunately, in part two, the candidate had a bit of a critical breakdown, so please be nice in the comment section. Anyway, enjoy the video. Good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Well, my full name is Moinul Islam. You can call me Moinul.
Okay, thank you, Moinul. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Do you work or do you study?
Okay. At that moment, I'm a student. I'm pursuing my bachelor degree. My major is law.
And why did you decide to study law?
Uh, okay. Actually, in the future, I want to be a professional lawyer. For this reason, I choose this subject.
Mm-hmm. And what would you like to do when you finish your studies?
When I finish my study, I would like to go to the abroad for my higher education, and it will help me uh, for my future life. So that's why I think after finishing my study, I'll go to abroad.
All right, let's move on now and talk about food. What's your favorite type of food?
Okay, there are a couple of food that I like. If I have to pick just one, I would definitely go for biryani, which is really popular in our country. I mean, the Bangladesh. So I really love this food.
And do you prefer eating out or cooking at home?
Uh, to be honest with you, I prefer to eating outside because I have zero downtime at that moment because of my study commitment. So it's really enjoyable to go outside. I mean, choose some restaurant to eat there. Yeah, it's quite interesting to me.
And do you like trying new or unusual kinds of food?
Uh, Most of the time, I love to try unique and unusual food because I love to exploring new food, and it gives me a lot of pleasure whenever I try some new dishes. So most of the time, I try to some new food.
And have your food preferences changed since you were younger?
Yes, when I was younger, that time I needed to eat a balanced diet food because of my family pressure. But at that moment, I'm quite freedom whenever I eat something. It's according to my interest. So yeah, that's why I can say it's really changed over the years.
Now let's talk about learning English. How long have you been learning English?
Uh, Actually, it has been a dog days. I'm practicing. I'm starting to learning English. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Sometimes I feel down in the dumps whenever I face some critical situations. So yeah, it's quite interesting to me.
And how do you think you'll use English in the future?
Uh, Okay, in the future, I have to use it lots of places because at that moment I plan to go abroad. So definitely I will choose the English country for my higher education. So that time it's really helped me if I learn at that moment to English. So yeah, it's quite helpful in that time.
And would you like to learn any other languages?
Yes, definitely. I'm willing to learn Japanese language because I have a great affection to learn their culture, tradition, and customs. So if I get a chance in the future, I will definitely learn this language.
And do you think it will be easy or difficult to learn Japanese?
Uh, to be honest with you, it's quite critical to me learn this language because they have a lot of alphabet or characters. It's quite difficult to remember, but if I spend a much more time, so I believe that I will learn this language in the future because I believe myself.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
I will now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic?
Yes,
Hmm? I'd
I
like you
can
to
see.
I'd like you to describe a historical event that you find interesting. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. Well, so before diving into the topic, I should probably mention that I have been visited a lot of places which are really historical. However, among them, if I have to pick just one, I would definitely go for the uh, Liberation War Day, which was really popular in our country because that's the our country. Uh, that's the our country are uh, I mean that's the our country are freedom from the uh, okay actually in this day I mean uh, every year in 16 December in our country uh, we actually we are I mean uh, actually this oh my god okay uh, um, actually it's a bit okay what can I say what can I say okay and the historical place I went and visit god actually I messed up I couldn't understand how can
Okay, thank you. So you've been talking about a historical event you find interesting. Let's talk about history in general now. Is it important to learn about history?
yes definitely it's really important to learn about history because it's really helped us to enhance our knowledge by exploring the historical events so yeah definitely it's quite important for everyone to uh, to learn about the history.
And do you think schools should focus more on the country's history or on global history?
Uh, Actually, the school should focus on both, not only just country's history, but also the world history, because both have different perspectives. So I believe that most of the people believe that both has different benefits if they learn the children from school. So yeah, that is important for everyone, I think.
Mhm. Now, some people think that watching historical movies is a great way to learn about history. Do you agree?
Yes, I strongly believe that because watching historical movie, it's really helps to enhance our cognitive and at the same time watching some film, this really help to gather the knowledge from the movie. So yeah, it's really important to learn. It's really important for everyone.
Other people say, though, that historical movies often they're not very reliable and they're not very accurate. What do you think about this?
Uh, Actually depends on the movie. If the movie is really fantastic and that reflect the history that reflect the history accurately, so that time it's really beneficial for everyone. When it comes to the some movie that's are not relevant, it doesn't show the relevant topic or the things. So that time I think it doesn't prefer to everyone I think.
And why are museums and monuments important in teaching people about history?
Yes it's definitely uh, plays a important role to learn history because if whenever people visit to the museum that time they are seeing some ancient time monument or lots of things. So that's the way they can gather some knowledge from the background of this history. So yeah, it's uh, really important. And I think, yeah, if people visit some historical place, that's definitely well for them.
And why do some people find history boring?
Because the reason behind it, they feel boring uh, I think they have been seeing for a much more time. That's why they think that is boring for them. They couldn't find any interest or captivating to visit there or watching again and again. So that's why I think they feel that that is boring for them.
And finally, what do you think future historians might say about the world in 2024?
Uh, Actually, I think in 2024, in this year history, how can I say? If you don't mind, could you repeat the question?
Mm-hmm. What do you think people in the future historians, what do you think they might say about life in 2024?
Okay, in 2024, people like say they can say a lot of things due to the technological advancement, because at that moment it's really accessible to know the history using phone, computer, and this type of gadget really makes really make the thing really easier to find out what actually happened in 1950, 18th century. So I think in 2024, this time all the things are really easier to know about the history.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this speaking test. Again, please do be nice in the comments. As always, please again leave in the comments what score you think the candidate deserves for this performance. As always, I will follow this video up with a feedback video with my own comments and my own scores. But for now, I will leave it there. For those of you who are celebrating, have a very Merry Christmas. For those of you that aren't celebrating, have a very wonderful Tuesday and Wednesday. But I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.